Okay, let's look for something to sample.
Sueño que te tengo cuando que quieras.
I forget they were still using the original bank, which is full of all the samples. So basically what you want to do is kind of like, you can just erase them all real quick. And I'm just speedballing through the erase. So this is telling you that there's 25, 32, that was 32 pads with short samples of like 3-4 seconds, so there is about like a 2-minute time span to be able to record into. All right, moving on. Moving on. Now there's no data, we can exit that. Take it back. On record. Cut this one. Oops.
Triste estás, pues de la prepa, un gran spam. También que si la miras sí, ay, ay. Mi corazón, apriétalo, apriétalo. Esconde. Reír, sonreír, sonreír.
Just like in any other sampler, you can grab that sample and cut it down, break it down, and we'll get into that shortly. But basically, this is what it does. The reason why I call it a phrase sampler is because you kind of want to catch full phrases of stuff and be able to trigger them from there. It's not touch sensitive, and I would say that its accuracy is not on the pads is not that of a drum pad machine, right? So chopping drums into here, it's not as practical when it comes to like the playback and the triggering, even though it does have some pretty cool triggering concepts. And one of them is that, for example, you can grab something that doesn't have a time signature, loop it, and attach it to a time signature, something that you cannot do on other loopers, right? You can just kind of like come close to when you loop, catch the loop, right? But not go into the loop and be like, all right, make this like, here, I'll give you an example, right? Let's see what we got. Samples, no, exit that. Okay, let's use that first. Now with this button, when you start doing the trimming, like of the start point trim, you can go by You can also catch it with the loop mark, or you can go into special and go in larger fractions. When I do this, it's here the attack one. A loop. However, it doesn't have a time signature, right? We don't know if it's even if you do tap tempo it and figure it out, it's not going to be accurate or get off. Like if you start playing something that is from any of the other units and it's clocked, it's not going to sync because it's not attached until you do figure out where it belongs. Tuning. Feature. It tells you right now that according to the internal clock, it's timing it to 1.6. 120. I think this should be a 120 sample. And I can rectify that with a clip. Don't have one, but I can rectify it. I hope that's making sense. But let's see, now what we can do is grab another one. Another sample. What do we grab from here? Trim it. Something like that, right? I can grab that and actually don't even have to. I can do something that's called the auto sync. Grab this master slave and put the level up. Like that. So even though they come probably from like different tempo families, internally it does a time stretching with the tempos that allows you to time stretch based on tempo. And that is the reason why the Zoom SD224 is an amazing sampler. You can obviously do the same thing on an MPC-1, but I'm talking about like being in the 90s and be able to do this kind of stuff on a desktop unit, a pedal, basically a guitar pedal. This was definitely designed for like a guitarist to have like on his desk and be able to like jam to it and whatever. But I have definitely implemented it in a lot of my music and my projects as my main lo-fi phrase sampler. So stay tuned. Give you more updates and more information on this apparatus. Peace.